This is WAEC June 2020 General Mathematics Paper 2, and we are answering question number 3A. And the question says in the diagram, this very diagram, O is the center of the cycle. So this very point, O is the center of this very cycle. And the cycle is called A, B, C, D, E. These 5 points are just the points on the circumference of the cycle A, B, C, D, E. So that is the name of the cycle. The question further says the distance from B to C, or the distance of line BC. Look at it, line BC, B to C. Is the same thing as the distance of the line CD. Line CD, look at it, it is even marked in the drawing. Look at the two marks on this line. BC and the line CD, look at the 2 marks. That tells you that the length of these two sides are equal. And the angle BCD is 108. Angle BCD is marked also in the drawing 108, the size of this angle at C. The question asks is to find the size of angle CDE. CDE. It is the whole of this angle that we asked to find. So let's attempt to answer this very question together. Solution to the problem. Going back to the drawing. It is this angle CDE that we wanted to find. CDE, it is this angle that we wanted to find. And we look at the given angle, it is only this angle 108, the angle at C. And the length BC, the length CD are equal. This is the only information given in the question. So to find this angle, you now think what theorem you're going to adopt, what theorem you're going to use. If there is no way, you have to add some other lines which are not a part of the drawing, which are not a part of the question. So to drawing the line BD, look at it, the line BD is now drawn. If I go back to the drawing again, this angle BDE, 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 as this line BE is a diameter because it passes through center of the cycle. So this is a diameter, and this angle BDE will now be 90 degrees because it is angled in a semicircle. So BDE will now be 90 degrees, and my simple reason, it is angled in a semicircle. So going back to the drawing again, triangle BCD will now be an isosceles triangle because of these two sides that are equal. And this angle CDB will now be a base angle. So one of the base angle could now be subtract this third angle 108, result divided by 2, it gives you the base angles. Subtracting 108 from 180 gives you the sum of the two base angles. If you now divide the result by 2, it gives you the size of one base angle. So 108 minus 108 divided the result by 2, it gives you the angle CDB. And subtracting 108 from 180, dividing the result correctly gives the result 36. So this angle is now 36. Let me mark it. If we continue, remember the angle we asked to find is angle CDE. CDE, and that CDE will simply be this angle 90 plus this angle 36 degrees. Let me just add the two angles. So angle CDE will now be 90 plus 36. And adding these two angles correctly gives answer 126 degrees. And that answered the question. So let me just share with you quickly the mark distribution for this very question as it is there in the marking scheme. So the very first mark is bonus 1 mark, and this bonus 1 mark is for getting 90 degrees as the size of angle BDE using angle in a semicircle. If that is done correctly, you have this bonus 1 mark. Next mark is attempted to get an angle CDB using sum of angle in isosceles triangle. It gives you this method 1 mark. And when you now have that angle CDB exactly as 36 degrees, you have this accuracy 1 mark. Next mark is another method 1 mark, attempting to add the two angles 90 and 36 to get angle CDE. That addition alone gives you this method 1 mark. And when you now add it correctly and you have the angle CDE as 126 degrees exactly, you have this accuracy 1 mark. If everything is correct in this very question, you have 5 good marks.